Have you seen the news? Evidently, Rebel RC is no longer with us. Sad face. So I heard the news via Josh over at Harley Designs, and it kind of made me sad here. Looks like Rebel RC is no more. Maybe they're just doing some restructuring, but I went to the website, it was down, and kind of sad about that. You know, they're a relatively new company. They've been around for about 18 months, and this wasn't their design of a rig. This was essentially a rebrand of, y'all are gonna have to let me know in the comments. I cannot remember what it was, but you know, since they didn't have a bunch of tooling and stuff tied into this company, they may have been able to exit, hopefully without a bunch of losses. Now, there has been some speculation on why they may have shut down, since this was technically their only rig that they were selling, and it looked a little bit much like a Jeep, and Jeep has been really sue happy here lately. There are rumors that they could have shut down just to make a clean exit and to say, hey, you know, we're not trying to do anything that's illegal here, so we're just going to disappear. But fortunately, you'll be able to get parts for this rig through whatever the OEM actually was. Again, you'll have to remind me. I just really can't remember who it was. But there will be some parts availability for it. And the way that this rig was built, though, I feel like as long as you didn't abuse it, you're really not going to have many problems with it. And of course, you can always swap axles. That's the one big thing is, you know, transmission not likely to break, but if you say broke an axle, and if you can't get parts for your axle, then you could just swap it out to something else in a lot of cases. And these did have portals, so you'd want to switch to a portal so you have a similar gear ratio. But really sad to see the news. Really sad to see that news, because I had really high hopes for him. You know, it was essentially the president of Axial Racing that started the company, and you know, it was tied into that full-size company, Rebel Off-Road, I think it is. So it could have something. Yeah, there's the sticker right on the side. Rebel Off-Road. We actually went by there when I was in California for Proline by the Fire. We went by Rebel Off-Road because it was listed as Rebel RC on the map, and we walked in as just a regular off-road shop, and then there was, you know, some of these guys for sale on the racks, and that was it. Which kind of a disappointment. I wanted to talk with the guys down at Rebel RC, but yeah. So no longer, I guess. I'm kind of bummed about it. So we'll see what Jeff does in the future, I suppose. But let's take one last look at this. I'm sure I'll get it out on the rocks plenty. I've already done, you know, I've already switched out the electronics. Some of the electronics, all the electronics. Oh yeah, don't leave old batteries in your rigs, folks. This is a bad habit that I have that I shouldn't be doing. I'll put it where I remember it, at least. You don't want to hide them for yourself like that. If you have enough rigs like me, you're going to end up forgetting about your batteries, and then they just go old and stale. And if they're too charged, then they'll be damaged. And if they're not charged enough, they'll be damaged. And that's totally not what this video is about. It's about Rebel RC. So, c'est la vie. Put your notes in the comments, your obituaries, I suppose, in the comments, or any information that you have actually about this. Let me know, because I don't want to just spread hearsay about it. I would like some information to know what happened, or maybe they have plans for the future that are, you know, more something, more or less something that's not this, I guess. So, as always, thanks for tuning in, but today, my heart is heavy.
Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Rebelcon.